Dancing all of my clothes. This is San Francisco King, damn. They still love me. But just hey, my ex they still love me. Now they don't hate. I grew stingy to brain and told me out in Sandro Bay. We're really winning. Everyone on my team got where I'm saying, damn, you stuffing out the teams of their jeans. Yeah, you smoke like a bass head. And I really got down and invented it and let me out back at it. Yeah, 60,000 with this brand new body. Look pretty in the sun. My butt's down soft. Yeah, money comes. You know, money comes some days, I'm still getting paid. I'm feeling it. All folks are turning grace. Every Sunday, drive a lesson on a Monday. Finally made it home. Keep bringing it, it's funny, keep coming. I'm home. Let's get talk service. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why this sunny guy? It's an to buy a new watch. Louis slippers on my feet. Go see when I speak. I love a cold conversation. Make your favorite bitch weak. Oh, she doesn't like candy, but she needs something sweet. In her home, girl, Janina, pussy tastes like a peach. So yeah, busy girl. Let me see exactly how you rock. If you're down, then you're down. If you're not, then you're not. Fuck around, send her there. Baby girl, she gave me top. It made me fall asleep at a spot. Let the money come and watch the money go. And let the money come.
Welcome, everybody. Prolific expression. Man, how do you start this? We'll start with a quote right here. What's the good of being stoical if nobody notices? If nobody notices that you're a stoic, meaning you don't get affected by the outside world. And what's the point of being a stoic if nobody notices it? You know what I mean? And I'm gonna speak on emotions a little bit because that's what controls pretty much all of us, even me to a certain extent. However, I'm working on it and it's getting better and better and better. Connect these right here. All right. Anyways, where do emotions come from? Jordan Lee Peterson said it best, from your mother. You know what I mean? So all those emotions got dumped into you, young men of YouTube. And that's why you're so damn emotional, like he says. Let me see, I'm trying to connect these. As kids, we get taught the emotions. We're not born emotional. Anyways, I don't even know if it's connecting. Like if anybody's getting emotional, hey, start already, start, what the fuck? That's emotional, man. Be patient. Learn how to have patience with people. That's another thing. That's same thing, being stoic, not letting the outside world affect you. Yesterday, I went to Food for Less. It's a great example. All the lines were jam-packed to the gills. I was just buying some water. And as I'm waiting, I could see everybody getting frustrated and annoyed because the lines were long. And they were looking around, which line is shorter, which line could I get there faster, and which line works, you know, which line would be faster for me to get in and get out. And I could see everybody's tension and anger and annoyance. And it was like, dude, these guys are fucked up. And there was this guy in front of me that had a gallon of milk. And he just kept looking at me like Like, what the hell? This guy looks like, isn't it bothering you? Like, so he just kept looking at me, and I just went like that. What's up? And it's like they're in a different world. He didn't even notice it. He just looked at me up and down, said, "What's up?" He didn't acknowledge me or anything. They are so into their head, they're so into their emotion that they can't notice what's going on around them. And that's how you get fucked up. You know what I mean? So, anyways, I don't know if my earbuds are connected. So I know Tony K gave me the thumbs up, so I'm sure he could hear me very well. So that's a good thing. So as I was saying, I was there yesterday and I could see everybody's tension and emotion uh, being being emotional while just waiting in line. And on the other hand, I was stoic as fuck. I'm like, cool, this is my practice. I'm just right there, standing in line, not worrying about anything, just being, observing, watching everybody. And it's like, damn. And then I could overhear people talking about the cashier. It was a guy, it was a pretty heavy set guy. And he was, from what I saw, he was doing his best, but he just didn't know what was going on. He was asking other cashiers, what should I do here? What should I do here? He was probably newer training. And then once they get there, people start talking to him or whatever. And you could tell he was just like a big kid still, man. He was talking about I'll talk about when I went up there. He's all like, oh man, you know that sound, the ding ding, for the cashiers. Like, yeah, man, that sound always reminds me of the game Resident Evil. Like blah blah blah. Like, oh shit, I like Resident Evil. That was a cool ass game, back in the day. So yeah, man, I talk like this, and that, and I acknowledge them and all that. You could see him coming to life a little bit, because before that he was just in his head, just like frustrated and all that. So you know what I mean? So when I was there and I acknowledged his video game and all that, and then I told him, like, yeah, man, it's like playing a video game. This cashier, sometimes you don't get it. However, you keep going at it, and then one day you'll be really good at it, and you'll be able to, punch in the numbers with your eyes closed. I'm like, oh yeah, man, yeah, that's true. That's true. Just keep at it, man, and you'll be doing great. You know what I mean? Just things like that, and you could tell the guy was feeling better after that, instead of people just like, hurry up, like, damn, what the hell are you taking so long forever? Not me, I didn't do that, you know what I mean? So let's talk about like I said, let me see, emotions and where they come from. Your emotions come, I'm gonna speak to young men, from your mother, because father didn't handle her correctly. And you could go more in depth with, like I said, AZD and Jordan Lee Peterson. They have the language to explain it better, that you will understand, layman's terms, whatever you want to say. And it makes total sense. You know what I mean? So what are we seeing out there? More and more emotional men, because the fathers are not present. Or if the fathers are present, they're not handling or protecting them from the emotions of the quote unquote girl. And emotions are bad, man. Anger, it will make you do dumb shit. Love, happiness, all those. Like I said it before. I'll give the examples again. Anger will make you do what? Do dumb decisions, as in you could drive fast, you could hit the wall, you could just yell and scream, and you know what I mean, do something dumb. Even happiness, like I said, you could be so happy that you drink yourself to death, or smoke yourself, like, oh, I'm drinking, boom, and then you fall down. Yeah, we said all that. So it's better to just be in this flow state, or this state of just being. Have you ever seen a dog? They're just being. You know what I mean? They're just being, they're just chilling, they're just observing and living, being life. And that's our nature. Like I said, we just got derailed from that because of the emotions that were out there from mother. And now, how do you handle it? You forgive your mother. Like, let's say, young man, you're very emotional. go to your mother and your father, obviously. So go to your mother and you forgive her. Say, Mother, I forgive you for dumping all these emotions on me. And I understand that it's part of your nature, and just go on from there. And you got to be genuine and honest. She might cry, she might use all types of tactics, as they say, emotional tactics to say it's not her fault or any of that. So, but that's beyond the point. So apologize to your mother and your father if you want to. I mean, forgive them. Forgive them, sorry. Forgive your mother and your father for the situation, and be strong enough as a man and fix yourself, because nobody else is going to do it. And how do you fix yourself? Like I said, you ask for forgiveness. And then when your mother tries to put an emotion or a problem, give it to you, don't accept it. You know what I mean? And same with the girlfriends, especially with girlfriends, man. You guys out there are accepting every single thing a woman throws at you, meaning her emotion, her problems, her this, her that. Let's give an example out there. You're with your girl, and then she says, I have a headache. Don't try to fix it. That's her. You know, as a guy, as a quote unquote good guy, you'll say, well, why don't you take some Advil? Oh, no, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you take a cold shower and do this? Oh, no, 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 no. You know, you start giving her some ideas and they won't even take it. They're just trying to throw that situation towards you. Now, let's say you don't accept it. You know what I mean? Oh, I have a headache. Well, yeah. Well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Oh, I don't know. You know, just throw it back at them. Let them deal with their own situation. Don't let it be done on you. Or let's say they're having a bad day because they're quote unquote period. That's a big one too, guys. They become all angry and emotional because of the period and blame the period. You know what I mean? They'll never take responsibility. They will always, and also you tell them the truth and they don't want to accept the truth. Another thing, you know, you tell them the truth and it's like they go back to their emotion, they go back to their feelings, they go back to being nice and all this. It's not about being nice or not. It's about you as a woman learning how to deal with your own hell. You know what I mean? Us as men, you got to deal with your own hell too. And then once you deal with yourself, then you'll be able to help the woman with that. But if you haven't dealt with that, your own hell as a man, then you're not going to help her at all. It's going to be two devils fighting. Like, let's say she's angry and then she starts yelling at you, then you get angry and then you start yelling at her, and then you got two devils fighting, like arguing back and forth, while the real devil's laughing up there, like, I got these people to fight, I'm winning, I'm getting energy, and God's just looking like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? However, let's say there's an angry, your wife is angry, and you're just sitting there as a man, just not getting affected by her anger or by your emotions. What is she gonna say? At one point, she's gonna start saying, "Well, you don't care. It doesn't even seem like you care. You're not showing any emotion." Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? No, I'm just not letting your emotion affect me. I've dealt with my own stuff, so the stuff I have in me is peaceful. I'm not gonna let your bullshit affect me. So in turn, I would say, why don't you deal with your shit? Why don't you snap out of it, get up, go for a walk, do what you gotta do, and work on yourself. You know, fix that damn emotion, because it's not gonna fix anything. You crying about it. What do you want me to do? Go over there and burp you? Oh, well, come over here, boo. It's gonna be okay. That shit ain't gonna help you. When a kid does something wrong and you discipline the kid, do you go over there and say, oh, it's gonna be okay? Or an example, let's say the kid is in the outlet and he puts his finger in there, or he's gonna put his finger in there, and you keep telling him, no, don't go over there. And then he starts crying, and you as a mother, you go, oh, it's gonna be okay, blah, blah, blah. You're pretty much saying it's okay to cry. You know what I mean? When the kid goes over there and in the outlet, and you as a mother say, don't put your finger in there, don't. Obviously say, you don't say it like that. You would say, get over here, son. Women won't talk about it. Anyway, Don't put your finger in there, and then the baby starts crying. And what do the mothers do? No, it's gonna be all right. That's pretty much saying it's okay. What's the best thing to do? Just let the baby cry. He's not gonna cry bloody hell. You know what I mean? But the problem is you get frustrated, and then that boils up in anger, and then when that father comes from work or whatever, you throw all that shit on him. You know what I mean? And he just came from work dealing with a whole bunch of shit, and then you come home and to a hell. No, so that's why when the father comes in, he's stern. He says, "What happened? Okay, that's it. Don't start getting all angry yourself and at him or whatever. Like, I had a frustrating day. It was so hard being blah blah blah. Okay, so take some damn responsibility, young lady. Like I said, life is not all peaches and cream, right? As they say. So they're saying it's hard to be a mother. It's hard to. Well, then, if it's so damn hard to be a mother, then don't be a mother. Simple as that. Oh, the father doesn't do this, the father doesn't do that. Take some damn responsibility. I don't see it happening, man. It's so hard for a woman to take responsibility. They always have someone else to blame. Or they always say it's their emotions or this, and that. It's always I feel, it's always an emotion, it's always a whole bunch of stuff, And I've seen women like that. I've spoken to women like that. I'm like, as I am right now, very calm, very cool, very collected. And then on the other side, the woman's all like, yeah, but you don't care. You don't this, you don't that. And I'm not letting it affect me. You know what I mean? I'm not letting it affect me. And they're like, yeah, well, you're an asshole. You don't care. Well, if I'm speaking the truth, and I'm one with my God or whatever, and you can't accept it, how's that my fault? I care about myself more. I care about having a relationship with God, first and foremost, and then go from there. Now, the truth is truth. If I tell you the truth and you don't like it because your feelings get hurt, that's on you. You know what I mean? You just need to snap out of it. You're all little girls. All you men out there are little girls. Jesus Christ. Some of you guys out there is like, dude, I don't get also about men bickering back and forth, arguing, name calling. That's some kid shit. That's some kid shit. It happens all the time. Even in our own group, I see it. TK has seen it. You know what I mean? It's like fucking grown ass men fighting back and forth, and even TK got involved a little bit in it. You know what I mean? But TK's a good dude. So but there's some emotion there too, brother. You know what I mean? It comes from a place of love and all that. So I get it. At the end of the day, these grown ass men have to. Yeah, it's like high school, man. It's like elementary, dude. Like, if you're gonna fight this guy, and then call it, squash it out, man. Don't keep going back and forth. You're looking at each other, talking shit in your head or whatever. Like, you could just tell, dude. You could just tell. And I'm gonna say I was guilty of that too. Sometimes when I'm at work and I'm working with coworkers, I'm damn, this guy's lazy, dude. He's working all slow. He's working all sloppy. Like, I don't want to work with this guy. You know what I mean? And before I'll be like, hey, dude, snap out of it. Now I'm just like, hey, none of my business. That's it. That's him. And I've learned how to deal with that. And guess what? I just lead by example. I just do my thing, and you could see you lead by example, and they begin to work out. Like, what? I didn't even have to say shit. All I got to do is just keep doing me, and then they might follow. And if they don't, they don't. You know what I mean? An example, I was working and helping out this guy that's quote unquote lazy or not proud of his job or whatever. And then I just was there to, help him out. And I saw it. I was like, cool, I'm just going to do me. I'm not going to judge. You know what I mean? That's his life. He's a grown ass man. I'm not there to quote unquote baby him or he has his own issues. I'm not there to solve his issues. I'm there to do my job and then go from there. I'm not there to and that's another thing. Guys will try and throw their emotions or their complaints towards another guy. And then you go to work, I go to work, and then I hear one guy complain about this, and then the other guy starts complaining like about that. And it's the same thing as fighting for the devil. The devil sees these two guys complaining at each other, and he's like, yeah. And then I'm listening. There's other guys in there that are watching these two guys like arguing and complaining who has the harder day. Like, fucking kid, oh, I have a harder day. I have to do this. No, I have a harder day. I have to do that. Man, blah, blah, blah. And then you just see two fucking kids again, like arguing, bickering. What's it gonna take? Like, it's gonna take. Just don't listen. Just come on, man. There's grown ass men in their 40s and 50s still having that emotion or that complaint in them. Like, when are you going to get over it, man? You've been working here, let's say 15, 20 years, and you're still complaining. You're coming in with your fucking sour face and all this shit. Like, nobody wants to be around you, bro. However, I'll be around. Before, like I said, those types of people would affect me. Now they don't. I'll be around them and not let any person's emotion or complaints affect me. And you will have peace. Don't let it be thrown at you, and you will be in a better place. You know what I mean? So emotions are not cool. Learn how to deal with them from other people. It's like, oh, you're emotionless or don't care. And I'm like, no, it has nothing to do with that. Stop attacking and listen. Empty your cup. As Bruce Lee said, I don't have Bruce Lee shirt, but I have Bruce Lee up there. Empty your damn cup. Listen, don't think you know it all. I don't know it all. I'm open to it. If the truth shows me that I'm wrong, cool. I'm okay with that. And I won't get butthurt. I'm all right, I was wrong. Move on to the next thing. But most people don't want to admit that. That's a female trait. A real man will take responsibility. Women will not take responsibility. They'll always say you don't care. They always say you don't care about me. They always do that manipulation. They won't look at themselves and say, you know what, you're right. A man will do that. A real man. Know what I mean? So, all right. Thank you for coming. Is there any question you have anything to say, TK, before I end this? Thank you for showing up, my brother. You're always welcome. Let me see, he's probably working. No, there we go. N-O. That's the man right there, TK. Hey, you're looking better, bro. I've been watching you and shit, dude. You're handling your shit. Much respect to you, bro. I could see it. All right, my brothers. Thank you, everybody, for showing up to Prolific Expression. Always watch TK, Beyond Clarity. And then at 5 p.m. It's still on Friday, right? I'm sure it is. And everybody, let's kill it. IMC Nation.